Hi, I'm Laura Koniver, MD, the Intuition Physician, and today I want to talk to you about sleep because it's the second half of winter. It should be when we're restoring and rejuvenating before spring and summer hit and the longer days come. It's dark, it's cozy. It should be when we're really tanking up and removing any sleep deficit we built up over the year and restoring ourselves deeply. We should be hibernating. And this, unfortunately, is actually when a lot of people have sleep problems. And I'm working with a lot of patients right now who are just not getting the restorative sleep they need, and it's affecting everything about their body and everything about their day. And I'm no different. I have horrible sleep issues, and I've found a lot of different ways to cope with that, and I want to give them to you today. Well, first I want to tell you why sleep is so important, and particularly in winter, because right now Mother Nature is designed herself around giving you a chance to hibernate, and we don't take it. And we need to, and it's so important. And it's important on so many levels. One reason it's important is because nighttime is when we assimilate and integrate everything that happened to us during the day. And on many different levels. It's a spiritual assimilation of different lessons we've learned and our intention to grow and to open. It's a time where we surrender at night and we release anything that happened to us today. We file away things, we make neuronal connections, we make sense, and we also let go and open up to growth, so that we can start the next day with an expanded version of ourselves. The other thing is it affects our physical body. So if you have any kind of weight loss goals, or you want to increase your metabolism, or you're on a diet, you better really get good sleep. I think solid sleep while you're trying to lose weight is more important than what you're going to eat the next day. I really, really do. Medical studies have shown that people who are sleep deprived gain weight 9 times more than people who have good sleep. So 9 times more. So we're not even talking about losing weight. We're talking about rapidly gaining weight 9 times over just because you got a poor night's sleep. That's because, think about it, your body is saying, I didn't get a good night's sleep, so I don't have any natural energy. I'm going on fumes. So I better put calories in here to keep my energy going. So you start making really bad food choices. Your metabolism starts slowing down to conserve what little resources you do have, and you start consuming many, many, many more calories than you normally would. You're making poor choices. The food you are putting in is very calorie dense because that's your cravings actually shift towards wanting fat and sugar and carbs because your body wants an instant source of energy because you didn't sleep well. But if you sleep well and you have natural energy, you can just make rational, healthy food choices the next day. So really focus on sleep if you have any metabolic or weight loss goals whatsoever. Sleep's the first thing I check in my patients who mention they want to lose weight. And then lastly, it's so important for brain health. It's so important for brain health. Studies have shown that people who have poor sleep actually have brain atrophy. So it actually deteriorates your brain. Not only that, but studies have also shown that poor sleep over a lifetime increases your risk of dementia. So it's affecting your brain in many different ways, from increasing your risk of dementia to actually atrophying your brain. And you don't want that. So you want to protect and guard your sleep as if it was more important than almost anything else you can do for your health. So here's some ways to do it. One is melatonin, because naturally in the evening your body should be producing melatonin, and I am convinced that there are some people who just simply don't make enough melatonin. If you're sitting there and your husband is able to, when the sun goes down, it gets dark, and then he's laying down and he can drop off, that's a common complaint. Wives are like, my husband can go to sleep so easily. It's because he's got a nice, normal, healthy melatonin level, and you don't. You're low melatonin. So you're sitting there waiting for sleep to come, and it doesn't, because you really just naturally need to boost your melatonin so that you can be on par with your natural rhythm. So one way to do that is simply to take melatonin supplements. Another way to do that is, as I mentioned, people who are low melatonin are generally low serotonin people. Serotonin converts to melatonin, so one way you can do it is during the day take 5-HTP, which is the precursor to serotonin. And if your body needs more serotonin, it's going to use that natural 5-HTP to boost its serotonin during the day and increase the amount of melatonin you can make at night. So during the night, if you want to go directly to boosting melatonin, you take a supplement. If you want to do it indirectly during the day, you can take 5-HTP and boost your serotonin and your nighttime melatonin. You can also, thirdly, sleep grounded. You can use an earthing product so that at night you are neutralizing and you're in a very open, receptive, healing phase. And that's really the point of sleep anyway. And so earthing really exponentially helps that. Now, earthing might not make you go to sleep, and for that, I would recommend boosting your melatonin, but earthing can certainly enhance the time you do sleep. So even if you are sleeping a shortened amount of time, this is my advice for people who really can't sleep 9 or 10 hours. They have to get up in 5 hours. Well, then those 5 hours should absolutely be grounded, because study after study has shown that sleeping grounded deepens your restorative phases. It lengthens the time that you're in a restorative phase of sleep. So even if you're sleeping shorter, you are still actually waking up with more energy. And as we talked about, waking up with more energy will impact your food choices and your metabolism and your ability to grow and function the next day. So you want to think about melatonin, you want to think about 5-HTP, you want to sleep grounded, and or all three. Another thing you may want to check is your cortisol level, because for a lot of people, if you've gone through a recent stress or trauma, for sure, your cortisol level is probably a little skewed, and you might be having high cortisol levels at night. It should be that our cortisol naturally decreases through the day. It should be that we wake up in the morning with a nice high cortisol to give us energy for the day, and then it naturally ebbs, and at night we're able to relax, and that's when our melatonin should be boosted and we fall asleep. Generally, when people are under any kind of stress, which I can't think of anyone who's not almost, our cortisol levels can switch, and we can actually wake up with low cortisol and feel sluggish. And at night, when we're trying to unwind, our cortisol is through the roof. You can't go to sleep when your cortisol, your stress, adrenal hormones are high. So one thing, you can check that with a salivary cortisol test, but you can also then use an adaptogen herb like ashwagandha to kind of bring your cortisol level down at night and boost it during the day. It kind of helps reset it into its natural mode. So ashwagandha is another thing. If you suspect you've been through a stress or you're currently going through something stressful, you may want to really target your cortisol and consider taking ashwagandha. On an energetic level, there's still more things you can do. I really noticed this after becoming a mom and having children, because I really started realizing how important connection is at night for children. And then I realized it's true for all of us. Evolutionarily, we all, no matter, even if you like to be independent or you think of yourself as introverted or you like to be alone, it has nothing to do with liking to be alone. It's this deep cellular need to be protected at night in a herd. Like we would sleep in groups way back when, and there was safety in numbers. So you can really give yourself that deep-seated feeling of connection and interconnection and of being protected, and that way you can really surrender to the night and get a good night's sleep it could be as simple as leaving your doors open, and that can make a huge difference. Sometimes parents leave they close doors at night, but just a simple switch of keeping everyone's door open at night so that they can hear each other, they can call out good night, and they just even know that they're connected at night, that the doors are open, so the connection is there and the availability is there. It gives them enough to satisfy that need for connection. It could be as simple as sleeping with a pet. I love the idea of a child being able to pick out a special pet to sleep with. Or if you live by yourself, sleeping with your dog or your cat can satisfy that deep cellular need to just have a loved one present and nearby. And another way you can do that is through just something as easy as a hot water bottle for your child or for yourself. Filling up a hot water bottle and sleeping with something warm next to you is another so easy, so simple way to energetically just give your cells and your body and down all the way to your DNA that knowledge that there's something warm near you, that it's okay to go to sleep. And the other way that no matter what, say you don't even have a pet and you don't want to do a hot water bottle, the connection can also just come from spirit. It can be, and there's a reason why we always pray at night and why a lot of our prayers, especially for children, include asking a guardian angel to watch over us. It's that same thing that came from that deep knowing that we don't want to be alone to fully surrender at night. We want to feel connected and we want to feel protected. And then under those connected circumstances, we can just totally surrender and become open and sleep and repair. So prayer is a great way to really feel connected to spirit and to know that you're not alone and to know that there is a huge energetic safety net that is around you and watching over you. So praying at night, having a hot water bottle for that warmth next to you, letting a pet sleep with you, sleeping with a loved one, or inviting your child into your bedroom, or just letting them know that the availability is there by having the door open. All of these are great ways to just know that you're connected at night no matter what the circumstances are, whether you're sleeping alone or not. You have connection. You have that safety net, so it's okay to let go. That is so important. I don't think anyone can truly, fully let go unless they have some kind of connection with something beyond just themselves. And then lastly, also on an energetic level, it's mind frame. It's the mind frame that you deserve sleep. That is so huge because, especially for upper chakra people, it's really hard to settle in. They're getting intuitive information, or they're thinking about the next day, or they're processing, they have so much to process, and it's all up here, and it's a lot of energy coming in. And sleep is a time for surrendering that, and a time for stopping that and saying it's okay for that to stop. It's okay. I deserve to pause. I actually deserve to repair. I actually deserve rest. That's really hard when there's so much going on in life. And you need to know that you deserve sleep. And you need to know that you deserve to allow that time and that it's important. It's not laziness. It's not excess. It's not nothing. It's active repair. It's actually tanking you up for the next day so that you can do more. Good, solid sleep is the healthiest thing that you can do for yourself. And good, solid sleep is something that you are worthy of. And so it's a mind frame of going to bed knowing, I deserve to sleep tonight. I deserve sleep. So go to bed tonight with the mind frame and say to yourself, do everything you want to do. Take the supplements if you want melatonin, if you're taking ashwagandha, if you're taking 5-HTP. You go to sleep using an earthing product so that you're nice and grounded, so that you're giving yourself the most time in restorative sleep mode that you possibly can. Then you affirm to your body your connectivity to other loved ones, whether it's through prayer or physical presence with them. And you go to bed feeling connected and cocooned. And then lastly, you say to yourself that I deserve sleep. I deserve this time. It's a mind frame of I actually accept it. I'm not going to fight it. It's that whole fighting sleep. You surrender that. You deserve sleep. Okay, I hope that helps you sleep better tonight, and I hope you use what's left of this winter to really hibernate and restore yourself so that you have absolutely no sleep deficit when we head into spring and summer this year.